All right, hey, Bloodheads, it's a wonderful Wednesday. Beautiful weather today here in Asheville, North Carolina, and we are at the Blue Ridge Parkway Visitor Center. And we were here last night, but we came too late. We're a couple of minutes shy of 5 o'clock and they closed. So let me show you the parking lot. So we parked right over here. There's our black SUV, and we parked way back over there so we could go ahead and do the track trail. So we're gonna go ahead and turn you around and go inside and show you this wonderful visitor center. Here we go. So you do have to have your mask required unless you're fully vaccinated. There's the current hours. All right, let's go on in. Now, unfortunately, as you come in, you can't go down to the second floor. But they have this large space that has the interpretation of the natural beauty of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Look at the size of those trees. Wow, you don't see trees like that anymore. Those are massive trees. And they were here. So you see this black bear? We've seen 4 of those so far, and one of them was at our Airbnb, literally about 15 to 20 yards away from us. So that was pretty scary to see a mama bear and a baby bear at our Airbnb where we were staying. And we saw along the parkway as well. That's very, very true. So I can't show you everything here, but I'm just going to go ahead and spin and show you this beautiful area of how they've taken what the Blue Ridge Parkway is all about. They've got some great guides here for Asheville and Sites North. Now we are going to go on that Lynn Cove Viaduct. I've been hearing about this, how it kind of is on the side of the mountain versus on the mountain. It's on the side of the mountain. Again, more maps along the south part of Asheville. This represents the bridge. They have 4 seasons here. In Florida, we do not have 4 seasons. Look how beautiful that is. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm all the way at the back of the visitor center, and I'm going to show you one of the biggest maps I've ever seen. And it's going to show you where we actually started and where we're going to end all the way down there. So this is a real cool map to get a sense of and scope of how far we have gone so far and how far we will go along the Blue Ridge Parkway. You guys ready? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So there is Cherokee, North Carolina, and we started here in the southern end. Okay, so I'm going to use my finger, and the green is the parkway. Okay, the green is the parkway. So we traveled all the way here. And we stopped right there at the Water Rock Knob Visitor Center, and you saw that on our last video where we did the trail hike, as well as looking on top of the knob and the actual visitor center itself. Then after that, we traveled near Waynesville. And so, yes, we took a picture at the highest point of the parkway. And we're within the Nantahala National Forest. Kept on going. We didn't stop at some of these other locations, Devil's Courthouse, Graveyard Fields. We did stop at Looking Glass Rock Overlook that looks at Looking Glass Rock. And you've seen a picture of that in our video, which it kind of looks like the front of the manatee, but we saw it in an angle. And then we continued to Mount Pisgah. So right over here, this is where we took a picture of the Mount Pisgah Inn, and we looked out to the mountains looking that way. Then we traveled back to, and this is where we are right now, but we've been staying in Asheville. And mind you, how we're looking at this is that this map is pointing east, this is north, this is south, and this is west. Okay, so if I turn it this way, that shows where we actually were staying. So we were staying in the northeast area, so we stayed somewhere around here. So the past couple of days we've been driving back, like yesterday where we went to Looking Glass. So we got back on the parkway. Actually, we traveled back this way to the parkway. How did we do it? I don't remember. Somehow we went back to the parkway over where Looking Glass Rock was. Okay, from Looking Glass Rock, we took a 0.5 mile trek in the rain to Skinny Dip Falls. So that's probably somewhere around here. And then in the rain, we went back home, and we stayed home for a little bit. And then we drove from here. We tried to go to Blue Ridge Parkway, as you saw in the hours they had closed, and we tried to go here as well. We're going to go here next. So we're right here at the headquarters. But yesterday these were closed, so we traveled this route to Craggy Gardens. And guess what? The weather was not so good, so we had to go back home. And now here we are today, where it says you are here. So out of these two areas, this is day number 4, and now we're going to go ahead and travel that way, all the way at the end of the map. So this is 469 miles, starting from the southern end all the way to the northern end. So I'm going to go ahead and slowly move forward, knowing that we're right here, and we're gonna be in this area as we travel north. My suggestion, if you've never been to Linville Falls, go to Linville Falls. That is an amazing hike, as well as looking at the falls. They are amazing. That's one of the highlights of our trip when we came here last year, where we stayed in Roan Mountain. So Roan Mountain is over here. This is where we're staying for the next 3 days, in this area right over here, which is close to, obviously, the Blue Ridge Parkway. So for 3 days, we're going to discover what this area is all about. And then after 3 days, we're going to travel along. Now, you saw back there in the video one of the pictures of the Lynn Cove Viaduct. That's the one that goes on the side of the mountain. That's supported by, obviously, wonderful structures. They're going to keep it in place. Last year, we went to Julian Price Memorial. And then that's the farthest that we've went. We never went further to the along the parkway. So we mainly stayed in a short distance in the parkway last year. This time we're traveling the whole distance. So this is important. That's the North Carolina-Virginia border. So as you can see, this is darker and this is lighter. So at this point right over here, Cumberland Knob Visitor Center is on the North Carolina side, and on the West Virginia side, that's where we can continue. And we're going to hit that Blue Ridge Music Center. I'm really intrigued about the that particular center that we're going to be on. So we're going to hit all the visitor center, and I'm going to show you some of the merchandise that they have. But every visitor center has typically the same type of merchandise. So at the end, I'm going to buy something special for us.
You are?
I am. And once I'm done with the map, we're going to show everybody what you guys got. But we're also going to stay in Roanoke, and then we're going to visit, obviously, Roanoke Mountain. But this is one of the cities, one of the major cities here in Virginia. So let's keep traveling along the parkway. Peaks of Otter, we're going to visit that. James River Center. And the last visit center on the northern end of the Blue Ridge Parkway is Humpback Rock Visitor Center, which is here. And then it stops. So this is 469 miles from the start of that map over there. And then, from what I've heard from the park ranger, this is another drive on the Virginia side, Skyline Drive, 106 miles that we're going to travel off to Front Royal. And there's Charlottesville, where the University of Virginia is located. Awesome interpretive map. All right, so my daughter also got, did they fix it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I exchanged.
So they both got these awesome trekking poles. Now I showed you the trekking pole on our trek when we went to Skinny Dip Falls, but now after they've seen it, now they get one of their own, because obviously when we're trekking, they want to have the ability to trek on their own and be safe and have assistance of trekking poles, which, being a Floridian, we don't know what those are, and these were quite helpful for me, so no doubt they're going to be helpful for them. So you excited to use your trekking poles? All right.
I want to show what else I bought.
Yeah, quickly.
So I bought a lanyard,
Okay.
and I bought some bumper stickers like that.
Oh, that's
Then
neat.
there's 3 more in there.
Okay.
And I bought them because I want to get a skateboard and then put them on the back of the skateboard.
Yeah, to show you where you've been, right? Awesome. So here's the regional information that the park ranger gave us. National parks. So again, we're on the other side of the building here. And then here's their merchandise shop. This is the one I showed you yesterday when we were at the Water Rock Knob Visitor Center. Again, if you saw our video, they pretty much have the same things at each visitor center, which is helpful, because there's something that I want to get at the end to prove that we've done the entire stretch of the 469-mile parkway. They also have a junior ranger, which is important, I think, for the kids to understand why it's important that national parks should be a part of every kid. And lastly, I'll read this part right here. The idea is to fit the parkway into the mountains as if nature has put it there. Stanley Abbott, Chief Landscape Architect of the Blue Ridge Parkway, first Parkway Superintendent, 1937 to 1944. So that's pretty much it. That's the tour of this of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Now, unfortunately, we couldn't go downstairs. For some reason, they don't have that open, but you can go downstairs, and I think there's more information that you can see down there, but right now it's blocked off. But I think it's really important that, you know, your children go to the national parks. I think it should be part of their growing up. It's not just going to water parks or theme parks, as I did when I was growing up. I never got the opportunity to do something like this, and I think it's a really important way to teach today's generation about conservation, about nature, about the environment, how important that is, because we need stewards like them to continue on once we're gone. How we're going to do it if we don't have something like this, thanks to those people way back when, to put together the Blue Ridge Parkway so others like us can enjoy it, and then their children can enjoy it as well. So we're only a quarter of the way. A quarter of the way. We got 3/4 of the way to go, and that's it. But again, if you like what you see here at Blab Dad, here at the Blue Ridge Visitor Center, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and share this information so y'all can come down to Asheville, North Carolina at the Blue Ridge Visitor Parkway. All right, see you at the next stop.